By the way, I'm not nearly as frustrated as I might look. Just thought I'd make that note. I'm actually fairly okay with this situation, minus spending a considerable amount more for the new stuff than I did with the old. But anyway, just making that note. Yeah. See you guys in a little bit. No, I'm not going to do it. Art, that's your thing. So, see you guys in a little bit. So you might be wondering why I decided to gut almost all of my van and rip out all the progress that I've basically made over these past few months, and past several months actually. And I'll kind of give you an idea of why. So this is what happened. These gaps here. And I know why. It's because I never did secure that, because that was eventually going to be secured by cabinetry. But nevertheless, that happened. That also happened. And that happened. It also happened right here. And that's not the only issue. And I've had a subscriber, I can't remember the person's name, but that person had mentioned how easy it is for this stuff to scratch, this particular vinyl flooring. I'm sure you can see that. There's some more here, up there. It's all over the place. And it's definitely my fault. And, oh, you're gonna love this one. Yeah, that's attractive. And yet, there's another issue with this particular flooring. See this here? Yeah. And part of the reason is this stuff is super flexible. Like with one hand, I can actually bend this stuff. I have to use a little bit of force, but it's possible. And my suspicion is because this stuff in particular is less than 4 millimeters thick, which is part of the problem, and also because of the variety of temperature changes that occur in the van. And so I want to stick with vinyl flooring because it's waterproof and because it doesn't stretch, it doesn't fluctuate in width, it doesn't breathe. So I want to stick with that, but I did my research, and this was after I decided that this floor was just not worth saving. I started ripping up this portion right here in hopes of trying to make some slight adjustments in order to save the floor, but I started looking around, and this was in the middle of the night. I started looking around, I saw all the scuff marks, and I can fix it. I can make this look brand new again if I really wanted to, because I do have the materials that work to do it. I just don't want to. And then that could change the sheen and all this other stuff, and I just did not want to bother. But I was looking at all the damage that's been done to the floor because of the construction, and it's because I have not been properly laying out floor protection. I did at first, but then it got to the point where I was getting lazy with it, and nevertheless, this particular this particular vinyl flooring is just not meant for the van life, or simply camping life, or whatever you want to call this. And with that said, I'm not at all upset with the manufacturer of this flooring or the floor itself. It's my own fault. It's my own ignorance, and And that's that. This has turned out to be like a $180 lesson learned. I don't like that, but it is what it is. And this, even though I've had to take out pretty much everything that I've worked on, the walls aren't going anywhere. And the bed wall there, I'm hoping that I can avoid removing that altogether. I'm thinking I might actually just be able to lift up the bed ever so slightly, just enough to be able to put the new vinyl flooring in and just call it good from that point. So I'll go ahead and show you the vinyl flooring that I got as soon as I take out this vinyl flooring. So now the vinyl flooring that you see here, this is standard vinyl plank flooring. I think I got it for like $1 a square foot or something like that at Lowe's. It might have been more. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant at this point what the cost was. But it's just standard vinyl plank flooring. And it is waterproof. And I've been able to put wet stuff on this floor and nothing has happened to it. The temperatures, I didn't actually notice any of this fluctuation or anything like that until after it started getting really warm out, after it being winter. And that's when the buckling started happening. So the thickness is an issue and the new stuff is a lot thicker. So the new stuff that I have is actually called luxury vinyl planks, and it's far more durable. It's about twice as thick, so I should not run into this buckling issue anymore. And I still recommend this vinyl plank, the new stuff that I have, even though it's, for the most part, I would probably say that it's considerably more expensive than laminate, but laminate is not waterproof. At best, it's water resistant, and even that's questionable. Not to mention you have to leave gaps for the wood to breathe because it's just engineered wood. And so, and also it's not nearly as flush when you fit the pieces together. And for some people, they like the small, like 1 millimeter gap between the planks of laminate. Myself, I don't really have a problem with it, but I prefer it to look nice and sleek and smooth and all consistent in that respect, with as little of a gap as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and clear out this whole mess here of vinyl flooring, and I will get back to you guys.